Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator Exile DLC, the Chaos Run, which we have in fact been living up to title-wise because, wow, this has been chaotic. Anyways, we started off trying to do a standard Chaos Run with us having the Moth ending, would allow us to become nameless and thus avoid the pursuit coming after us by our murderous father/demigod. But, you ever notice in how many mythologies it turns out fathers and sons are trying to murder each other? I mean, just kind of a theme I see coming here. I just guess that most families are dysfunctional, be they divine or otherwise. Anyways, so when we are currently pursuing the dire wolf ending, the wolf divided's ascension. So the reason we've done so is we actually managed to use a divided wolf's shadow in order to get 2 points of defiance in the card, which means that we can reach the 7 defiance that will allow us to ascend without actually dedicating ourselves to either the colonel or the line maker, which means that, of course, we'll become a creature of monstrous appetite and who desires only endless war. But, hello, thank you for saying that, Gilherm Costa. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but thank you for at least letting me know you're out there. Like I said, I had one episode in which the entire chat was blank, and then refilled in when I was done at the end. In any case, as you can see, we currently have 2 wounds from running into our father, who managed to barely escape. We're down to 45 of our stolen years, and we are, of course, 6 comfort. Because if we're going to do a comfort ending, which I don't actually see happening, we need at least 12. But we do have a nice collection of stuff that we do enjoy having, unfortunately. Our pentiments were stolen, so we're not going to be able to get that ending. But the question is, what are we going to do now? Now, we got a false trail. That means for the next 252 moments, there can be no introduction of a reckoner. We can get traces, but nobody will pop in for that point. Now, the question is, do we spend all of that time doing risky stuff? And the answer is probably yes. Now, the thing is, we have 7 cash, which means that we are pretty well off. But with the connection Underworld, I can jump right into legal fighting, using a year to get quite a bit as our insane level of Mysteries of Force. Now, I'm going to have to wait for the Mysteries of Force to of course, come back up again. But that could get us another 5 cash, which is a lot. Which, if we're going to do that, we'd have to take the city, get our current exit strategy out so that we can be able to run them and be able to run the cash out. So we're not going to have too much cash when we try to escape. We already have a shit ton of items over here, which takes us a while to leave. That's the problem with acquiring items. You end up... Hello, Shadow Khan. Sorry, Shadow Khan. Yep, we're just starting up. So, yeah, we're deciding how we're going to play this. We got the false trail to back us for a bit. And we could do just about anything we want to. So, I'm thinking what we should do is, just for safety's sake, even though it will burn 10 seconds of that's just getting our money back. I forgot 3% money ahead of us. Not that we actually need it with the sheer amount of cash we have. I think there's going to be another 3, which is going to make it even more desperate to, get the cash off of us. Yep, I was right. We're up to 10 cash, which is a lot of cash, which means we are not using this connection to get more. What we're going to do is start shipping it to our next location, whatever that turns out to be. Okay, fast forward when we're just waiting here. Yeah, because we can't actually do any of our exiting, so to speak, when we get... there's Jennings back, which is good, because the moment we get this... Okay, Istanbul, our old comrade in arms. Kara Kurmalis, connections to the Black Arm remnants in Istanbul. Perhaps his name will still open doors. That's a radical, so which means technically we can burn down Istanbul. I mean, we've already burned down 2 cities in Soviet Union and completely altered the timeline, so might as well just keep doing. I mean, we are actually going after the aspect of chaos that is not a delightful, moth dancing in the sky, but, everything burning. The literal force of devouring all things. So, oosh. Oh, good gods. I'm so sorry for you out there, but it appears that my rate just dipped heavy. I'm trying to do this late at night to avoid the internet. Oh no, disconnecting, reconnecting. This is not good. Alright, so, after a brief interruption due to the fact that I lost internet connection, because my internet provider is giving me trouble again, so we're going to see what we can do about sending money to Istanbul. Okay, so, first things first, Let's get this cash out of here. We don't want it in our way when we actually get the situation up. Sorry about the interruption, guys. The entire network dropped for a moment, and therefore I had to I had to reestablish it, which unfortunately created a whole new link. Oh god, technology. Anyways, so yeah, but at the same time, since we've got the false trail going, let's see what we can find in this town. At least we've got, if you take a location, at least with the underworld, we can burn a trace if absolutely necessary before anyone actually gets here in time. Yeah, hi again, by the way. Sorry about the interruption. That's a, well, we can use that to reload the gun if absolutely necessary, but hopefully it won't be necessary. So yeah, we continue just seeing what we can suck dry out of this city. Alright, so we have sent the cache ahead. We send the next cache ahead because, again, 10 cache is too much to be carrying in any one city, as it will slow us down. We have another connection, another underworld connection if we wanted it, but I doubt I will. So, keep doing the streets while we've got the false trail going up. Keep the cache going while we can do so. Now, the only reason I might do something here is with Jennings in order to set up a medical practice if we get the opportunity, so we can actually gain... there's a trace we can get rid of, let's see, if we want to, by burning off a year. Again, however, considering that we have official connection, nothing really to show for it right now. May not want to linger. Yeah, that's probably not something we're going to be doing. I need a much better weapon, people. Excellent. Next cache being sent ahead from Istanbul to Istanbul. And boom, there we go. Grand Townhouse. Now, again, if I were to use a Grand Townhouse in Jennings, since he's got... Well, actually, he could get him up to 9 heart, which is amazing. Jennings and 1 heart, I can get 4 cash and some obscurity. Obscurity is good. It's not great, mind you. We've only got 81 seconds remaining before the opposition shows up again. And I've still got way too much cash in this level. So, the question is what we're going to do with it. Now, buying the house would allow me to burn off with the connection thing one of the trace, which is something, well, since we've already got 2, there's really no reason to even think about that. Discrete office. Not the best one, unfortunately, but with 1 cache. So we've got the cache, we might as well burn it. Do this, grab the office, since it will assist with deception. We can use it with the connection we got for free while we're here in order to get rid of 1 trace at least. That will produce 1 obscurity, will give us a little bit more of a cushion. Don't think I'll be doing any more traces, however. The only thing I really want here is, oh, and look, 1 vitality, which I can use to heal 1 of my wounds, which is awesome. Okay, send cache ahead, do it again. Don't want to get stuck with too much cache. Take the trace, discrete office, because it has assist deception right there. And the connection underworld, and boom, we got it. That's 1 less trace we have to deal with, and 1 more obscurity we're going to be running. Okay. The only thing being, of course, is that, oh my god, even more traces. Wow, we've been noisy. Heights, it's just a distraction. We'll use that if we need to use it for escape purposes. The vitality, we'll have to make sure that we have an opportunity to get rid of that wound the moment that we can get the cycle for the... to get rid of the trace. Oh my god, another trace. Quiet townhouse, quiet warehouse. Yeah, I've got plenty of real estate, but I don't think we'll be staying. I don't think I'll be spending for get rid of these traces, because it's insane how many we have already. 3? Yeah, 3. 3 traces already. Okay, so... Sorry about that. Okay, 1 obscurity in place. Take the wound. And the vitality. Add the vitality, get rid of the wound. Excellent. Istanbul, yeah, keep sending more cash ahead of us, because we've got way too much of it. Oh yeah, that was the booty from setting everything on fire. Last 2 cities. It basically looted the place on the way out, as far as I can tell. Alright, so... Okay, so sunset. Now, do I want to convert that? Yeah, the question is whether or not Istanbul has one of the, let's see, shrines. If we want to be able to use a shrine, we can't have our contentment up, and it does not have a shrine, so we should be all right. Taking this and dropping the Temptation Escape to do so. Now I will eventually have to burn the Temptation Escape to get to the direwolf ending, because we don't want any peaceful thoughts in our head if we're going to serve the prime force of destruction in the universe. That as you do. It's one of those things that you do. So yeah, give me a moment and pop out chat. I may have lost most of our people when we lost connection, unfortunately, so I could be talking into the void. Anyways, let's see what we got. Cash ahead. We'll do the vitality and thoughts of peace. Oh, isn't that nice? And boom. The false trail is gone. We should be expecting opposition very shortly. But here is the tranquility for the 4 heart is less important than the 4 winter. Now let's see. Check Cluj out again. See what we can get, if anything. Do like Reckoner Longo to redirect life soul searches. Boom. A student of the invisible arts would no doubt pray to Thunderskin just now. I know better. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about Reckoners is they believe themselves to be superior to mages because they don't worship the gods. They cut deals with the gods. Except that, the initiates are actually trying to become gods. So you can kind of take your pick on which one's actually the smarter of the two. Alright, so obscurity will protect us for a bit. Still got that going in that direction. And we need to... I was hoping to get that painting. It's not one of the pentiments, but it is quite nice. Alright, definitely want a weapon. Ruler. No. Don't want to spend a decade just to have some dits who just happened to land on a throne due to which particular bloodline he was born to. Alright, so we still don't have a major issue here. And if I recall, the painting itself isn't... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so it's official. I am no longer live. The entire network has just pretty much crashed on me. So, I'm sorry about how messy this beginning has been. I'm going to try, at least when now I'm not trying to go live, it will be a bit smoother. So, once more into the breach. Again, continuing to do our thing when we're trying to get more stuff. Now the cache 4, we were doing that. I got interrupted when I said the sudden network outage, and oh my god, the technical issues lately. I mean, this is not even counting the damn bugs, which, last update, another update patch popped out, so that means that, we're going to find something interesting. Alright, so we have that. Medical credentials, I've already got those. I want something interesting. Give me something interesting. Let's get my life out here. Well, I'll risk my life everywhere, really. Oh, well. Dawn. That's kind of interesting, but I can use that to get another tranquility if I'm really in the mood for doing so. Alright. The fact you can have one tranquility and one rage at the same time is kind of interesting. I guess it just means you're not quite decided what you're going to do with your life. Do I murder my dad? Do I just try to find a quiet life? Decisions that people just experience, just have to deal with in life. Alright, so tranquility's up and again. We have 2 tranquility now. Which if I ever have to do a pull of winter, I've got a full challenge. I got a full 12 here to do so. And yeah, we're going to be dealing with reinforcement soon. So we have to consider whether... Well, what we're going to do is finish this one last outing out. There it is. The finality, 2 cash. Perfect. And ticket to Istanbul, please. Because 10 seconds is... We're going to be here a lot longer than 10 seconds. Boom. And we're gone. Of course, the gun would have to be the first one that you'd get rid of, huh? Of course. But you see, we're going to get out of here a lot quicker now. We've actually dumped a lot of cash on the way out. Abyss Unveiled. Speaking of which, 8 winter, 4 Grail. An oil painting of a city foundered in snow. Beneath its bleakest tower, a sickle moon rises. This is a might be a reference, by the way, to the Lovecraft story Polaris, in which the protagonist dreams that he's in another reality, which he's the sole watchman in a single ice-ridden tower, waiting for the hordes to come and attack. His job is like a signal. The problem is, when he wakes up again, he falls asleep in that world, and he's afraid that when he woke up from that dream, that he doomed the entire world to destruction. Lovecraft's a cheerful guy, really. All right, so, keep going. All right, so what else we got? Secluded villa, no, thank you. It's only get to keep the obscurity if we're lucky. Okay, so yeah, we got thief. That's not good. We gotta move fast. Get all the... Okay, obscurity will block us for a bit. Do you have... Underworld connection. If we need to use it, we will burn it. Either use one of our stolen years, then one of my items. Except maybe the curio. That one will probably go. Alright, cool. Might not be much of a problem, as, we've already packed everything. So, we're gone. So, we did time it, get out of here real quick. Hopefully, we can find something in Istanbul that will keep our interest. Boom. Alright, that looks like you've done a much smoother transition there. Alright. Kino's name gets a meeting with a hawk-faced caracol, a veteran in a grimy Tuscan coffee house. Well, he mostly seems to want to complain that their president is too close to the British, but when I've listened long enough, he reluctantly offers me his help. Okay, so we have a connection with radicals, so right off the bat we can burn Istanbul down if that's what we want. Also, we can simply use him for his abilities of Forge and Blade and Deception, which makes him one of the better connections to have, by the way. Still got one wound kicking around, but let's decide what we're going to be trying to do in Istanbul. I mean... We've got another mutilated manuscript, but we've already got that one done. The Drinker's Knife and a profane weapon. So, our only real thing we're looking for here is going to be the Drinker's Knife, which I believe is a value 2 item. Let's make sure. Yep, price 2. So we just have to keep 2 cash and 1, of course, for the exit. But remember, we have got a lot of cash stored here for us. So let's take, if I remember correctly, is it 6? Yep, 6 cash, which is good. Just not a lot of issue getting out, but we should probably send some ahead to wherever we end up going. And when we get that actually done, we can actually upgrade our companions, who's got a lot of experience to deal with. Ooh, really? Alright, cool. Okay, that's not an improvement. 6 cash. Alright. So, while we're here, get burned. Pause, please. So let's get Istanbul's exit strategy. Let's see what we end up with at the same... Because, of course, we have 7 comfort now with the painting, so we're only 5 away from a possible comfort ending to see if we want to do that. Alright, so, Alexandria. Ooh, can get into Alexandria, and back before the war, an invited invisible settlement in Alexandria. Luck, the invitation is still open. Alexandria's got a lot of interesting stuff to it, including one of the Invisible Septum, which I can easily get into with the amount of lantern I have, but the reward, since I'm not going for a stealth exit in this game, is questionable. I could probably get a bunch of obscurity to hide my tracks if I really wanted to. So, now we have our exit strategy in Istanbul. We now have to see what we want to do here. Ooh, troubled. Of course, because we have radicals. You can't have radicals without troubled. Okay, so now, first things first, let's send money ahead to Alexandria. Because like I said, we don't need that much cash over here. Same time, we'll begin our searching Istanbul streets in order to locate the magic blade we need to kill our father. Or at least do 6 wounds to be able to get the direwolf ending, as it were. And boom. Quiet warehouse. Probably not what we need, but it will work to start burning the place down if we wanted to. I mean, it would produce another false trail. It's a good idea maybe to think about doing on our way out to just destroy the whole place, since it wouldn't take that much effort. But let's at least get our cash sent out ahead first. Oh, another vitality, so faith. Great, we stopped by a mosque. It's wonderful. I feel so much better about myself. No, actually I don't. Okay, so quiet warehouse, if you want to do that. Next is, I guess, well, we'll wait for that to pop up so we can actually get our vitality to cure our last wound. It's not really long for this world, but, you know, we'll lose all our winter this way, but we're not really looking for much winter challenge at the moment. No trace, so nobody's walking in on us, fortunately. And, yeah, let's just ditch. Oh, wait a second. The actual card to materialize, and then ditch it. The sea, great. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, and... boom. Let's leave 4 cash, just in case I find something else interesting. There's a damn weapon again. How about you go there? And boom. Sigh. And still nothing, because no traces, because we've gotten lucky so far, but you can't stay lucky forever. 2 C's? Really? Come on. Give me the magic knife. I need the magic knife. I feel like I'm pulling one of those levers for a slot machine. Of course, all slot machines are digital these days, so it's just not the same. So much... Holy man. Holy man. Ooh, wait a minute. I got a thought here. I could do a faith healing cult with a warehouse and a where's the warehouse? Did keep the the warehouse and the holy man and faith. Yeah, that actually works. This is interesting. I'd have to actually double check this one, but it would be kind of interesting to at least show you guys how religion works in this. Alright, so, connection to Holy Man, use Lantern Heart. Run the Faith Healing Cult. 2 spaces in a stolen year. Okay, so, yeah. Operation? Start a healing cult. Now, the healing cult exists because what we can do is we can, of course, use the magical health energy we have from our stolen money in order to create a magic heal. So we can just do little damages here and there. Same thing we do actually for the medical practice, just instead of saying science, we're saying religion does it. I need 12 moth to pull it off, plus it'll give you obscurity. Now I have 8 moth here, and do I have the other 4? That's the question. Let's see, moth, nope. Moth, nope. Definitely not. Nope. Grail, no moth. That's the problem. Yeah, that's just hardened winter. That's just that. So, yeah, we need 4 moth more if even I wanted to pull it off. I mean, ironically, faith doesn't work. I need 12 winter to get as the alternative, and again, I can't do that since I managed to get rid of my wound. Silly me. So, yeah. We'll see what we get, but odds are, unless we get like significant windfall, we're not going to be able to do the religion. We're just going to have to burn the place down. I know, disappointing. Alright, so, but we continue our reckless actions upon the street and see what we can find. Okay. Give me the magic sword. Come on. Alright. Heights. So many distractions. It's not a... It is 2 moth. Ooh, I'm so close. All I need is 2 more moth. And those aren't moth. They are moth. Oh my god, I can do this. See? 2 moth, and 8 for the radicals. So, let's run a cult, shall we? Alright, we got to be quick about this. Need to get a lot of stuff. We'll use 1 stolen year to get the holy man. Great. We're gonna start a cult in there, and then we're gonna burn everything down. All right, boom. Okay, so that also gave us an lantern things. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna get the warehouse, cash 2. All right, we're gonna need more cash, but this does produce cash as a cult. That's what cults are all for. Not about enlightenment. It's getting the cash out of your pockets. Doesn't matter if it's an established religion for thousands of years or something somebody puts up in a warehouse, you know. But the holy man, quiet warehouse, end the year. There we go. Run a faith healing cult. I can bring genuine healing miracles to the congregation. A reasonable safe way to convert stolen life span into cash. Moth aspect cards are useful in running a cult. All right. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to have to throw in the sea, because that's the one's going to go first. Okay. So we run the faith healing cult. And there's the actual thing right there. Now the first challenge is obviously going to be 4 heart or 4... That's not what this says, by the way. Wow. Okay, this has changed on me, so I'm going to have to be real... Oh, there it is, right there. So that's the fuss I have already in it, do the warehouse, 4 and 4. Needs 4 moth, so what we do is we throw in the sea, and then we're going to throw in the heights immediately afterwards. Now, we have to make sure that we keep our eyes on everything else going on while we have the cult going. Alright, so, speaking of which, boom. There's the first trace. Trembling heat. Another distraction. Might need that in case we have oppositions, because now we're kind of committed. Well, not super committed, but oh my god, we got so many of this stuff going on. Here, just go over here and get out of my way. Alright, so yeah, we're going to help people find God. I never felt so dirty. Istanbul, boom, go that direction. Trace will be in that direction. Alright. There we go. A challenge. Faith. Preach parables or pleasures. So, yeah, we can either... We're going to do parables, which are a bunch of riddles. So we take the heights. Smoke and mirrors. I've addressed this challenge with moth. It will increase subtlety. Okay, so yeah. So basically we're having the holy man talk complete absolute gibberish to the fools that that consider us a path to enlightenment as opposed to a way just to get their cash. I suppose this is kind of like a monetary version of natural selection. Remember, everybody wants something. Discrete office. Okay, we can actually use that with the radicals to get rid of the trace if I wanted to, but I desperately need the radicals. Oh my god, we're running a jihadist cult. I just realized that because we're using Shiite radicals with a cult, and we're probably going to end up teaching people that they should strap bombs on their backs. Between the Nazis and, well, this world, the 1925 version of ISIS, we are working with some terrible people. All right, so, speaking of which, I actually, if you recall last episode when we had the shape-shifting creature that the rabbis were using to impregnate, I actually did some research and found out there isn't a real-life occult principle behind that one. That is the way that the some radical aspects of Kabbalism treat Lilith. Now, Lilith is to them the unformed bestial energies of the raw primal creation, and in order to bring them into order of God's will, they must be sublimated to the masculine by violent means. Yeah, you can understand why it's not mainstream. So apparently what they did is they summoned one of the primal beings of chaos, being, of course, the great-grandmother of Vazil here, as the raw prophets, and attempted to, shall we say, experiment with it. Alright, actually I should do the potential realization. Take Mira, she's got 4, Vazil. You want to be in the pleasure cult? You go right ahead. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun. Probably too much of it. Anyways. We still don't have anybody coming. We're getting lucky there. So the single trace might be helping us in that much. Sunset. Alright, so here's the irony. I could take Sunset into Fascination and you get another 2-point card, but instead I think, unless the place we're going, I don't think Alexandria has a cult. I gotta find out though. Hang on a second, just in case, because I do not want to have that going. I do need to step into it. Yep, it's got an so you cannot use this in order to get... I'll just use a standard one here. In order to get a Thoughts of Peace card, because that will prevent us from using the shrine in the next scenario, and that's going to be useful. We can, however, just use it without any other card to gain a Restlessness, which is always fun, actually. 2 of everything, practically. Anyways, and Istanbul back into Reconnoiter. Let's go. Get that magic sword I want so badly. But yeah. Okay, so and a vitality. Yes, very good. Okay, cool. He's up to 8, and he still has. I can still bump him up to another 3. But before we do that, we're gonna bump Mira up to 8 lantern. All of my companions will be strong cats. Could use cats as part of the cult, which is kind of funny. Oh yeah, I have some bad associations with this, but what I no, that'd be another contentment card. Yeah, there's really anything I can do here regarding the cats. The thing is with cats is you can use them to find an access point to the moth energies, but the problem is with the moth energies is that you can end up, let's see, let's go here. You can end up losing cards, like I lost Marilla in that particular run. Anyways, the cats, Alexandria, cat's description, Amber, Height, Faith, Misty Nook. Anyways, if we get the Misty Nook, the only thing I can do with them is provide tranquility, degrade my edge lore for tranquility and obscurity, add pentiment to get a dawn card, which I don't really need, and to get 7 pentiments will give it, of course, the Nameless Blessing, which allows you to instantly get the fugitive endings if that's what you want. But we're not doing any of that right now. There we go. Finally, you guys caught up to me. All right, but Istanbul definitely goes here. Let's go to normal speed since we've got a lot of things going on here. Okay, so yeah. And now I must leave you. An invisible... Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're going to get a bunch of cash. Which, of course, we'll need to start moving. Okay. My works are written in water. Yep, okay. He is depleted. Pause, thank you. His exertions have softened his shape, for now he's retreated, dripping and clawing to somewhere warmer. I do not wish to think about this. Now, we still have the warehouse, which I can convert to cash, or I can use with another deception card in order to be able to do that. Both the radicals and the holy man have been discharged. So if I want to burn down everything, which I can do right now, this is the time. Let me actually do that. Burn a year for radicals, get the warehouse, the radicals, and burn down Alexandria. In the meantime, problem is, once I start burning down Alexandria, I can't, no chance of getting that sword. So we're going to have to basically do something else. The obscurity will shield us for a bit. Should be okay. But yeah, we just ran a cult. We created some fanatics to try to take down, there's more radicals, take down the British consulate and occupation forces. And, you know, generally we're doing a pretty good job of the Direwolf's mission to cause more violent chaos in the world. So hey, at least we're on brand. Where did I put my notebook? Okay, so yeah. The artist has got that. We can, of course, boost this. I think Vasil's finally got 3, so I can bring him to 7 Grail. But we're still, of course, looking for that damned thing. Alright, so you might as well... Yeah, it's actually pretty low in cash. Only 2? Seriously? Alright, cool. I was hoping for more, actually. But yeah, we can't use Dawn. Dawn produce a... 2-point moth influence, the toxic one in the main game, which is white and earth fascination, which of course is next to useless for us, but we might as well do something with it. But yeah, there you go. Could have used fascination on the religious cult too. But yeah, the weird thing about the religious cult is you can actually use it, get a card called a new faith if you use one of the divine influence cards like the Flower Maker or the Wolf Divided, and you can start a really powerful cult. Anyways. Right, the Quiet Warehouse, we eventually decide what we're going to do with it. One trace. And getting rid of the one trace isn't really going to help that much. But we can at least, if we're going to need a distraction, possibly to hold these guys off, recharge our distractions. Don't want the discrete office. Alright, so we already have a warehouse. Import license, not necessary. I mean, those are okay if we weren't having... you know, guys bring down our necks. We can make even more money if we really wanted to. Okay, Trembling Heat's been recharged. Might as well do it for the cat since I've really got nothing better to do. I forgot about that. Nope, we're not putting Marilla in there. Not again. I learned my lesson. She'd just wander off into the cat dimension. God, if the internet was a thing, she'd be one of those people constantly posting about her, how adorable her kitties are. Alright, so yeah, 2 cash so far. Since we can break this down to 2 cash, let's just keep... there you are. You know what, dude? You annoy me. Anyways, so we can kill you. I need to kill one of you. That's for, and I just remembered, in order to get one of the Defiance cards, I need a Dead Reckoner. One of the Defiance points for the card. Alright, so the best way to do this is stand by with one of the radicals. There you go. You've got Obscurity going. You've got that Underworld Connection. That's fine. Finish the 10 seconds here. You go here. You do that. Get the cash on its way out, since we're going to stick around anyways. And you can't end that cash you send. Alright, so you've got the Obscurity card, which means I don't have to worry about your about losing the Obscurity. So we're just going to shoot you, if you don't mind. I mean, you probably do mind, but I don't know if I care. We'll keep possible connections as a thing here. And boom. What do we got? Give me the damn sword. Official connection. Sword! You'd figure I'd done this enough. Alright, so... Are you widening the search? So you're going to add traces instead. Very well. I can wait to shoot you again. Or possibly use that new nice magic sword. Do I have... Alright, so, yes. Palpable hit. We hit him. He only one more wound will kill him. But I have to wait till at least the Mysteries of Force recharge. But in the meantime, let's get rid of some cash, shall we? Alright, we're going to throw Alexandria, another one out to Alexandria, do that way out, and then we're going to sell the Quiet Warehouse. Because I don't think I'll be using it for much anything else right now. Sell an asset for cash. And boom, what we can do is we can recharge the gun if necessary. 1 cash should do it, by the way. So that means that what I can do right now is I can instantly recharge the gun and to be able to use it and try to shoot him again. But we don't know if he's going to be trying to summon help. Now he needs at least 3 traces to get an underboss. So, yep, there he goes. He's doing that by adding a trace, and then he'll come around again. In the meantime, might as well just keep going through Istanbul. He might actually get that sword. You never know. If I can't spend any more. Okay, 2 traces, and there you go. Theft or sabotage. Alright, so basically we're going to kill you this way. Okay, so the radicals... Oh, God. So if I lose the radicals, I can't burn down Istanbul, which I think I might do on the way out, just because I can. So we'll go with this. I'll have to make a decision soon about that. So, let's get our Underworld connections. This is now 2 cash. Good. Our Underworld connections. And boom. Underworld connections in place. We use that to block his theft attempt. And basically I've called the mob to kill him. Now, if I want to do the radicals thing, I'm going to have to risk another stolen year. Alright, so, let's see. You're driving me crazy here, man. Driving me crazy. So, we're going to kill you. So if we relinquish a decade... Then I have to relinquish your body. Yeah, we can use the decade because we're running low on singles. Get the Istanbul out. Yeah, running low on stolen years, too. Mysteries of Force. Don't need to use that right now. And boom, dead. So we got a little time. Now, this would be the time to actually burn everything down. I'm thinking about doing it just because if I don't get this sword in the next... particular reconnoiter, oops, so while we're here, we might as well upgrade Vasil to the next level. Since we're not going to be spending any cash. Okay. Reckoner Corpse. We got this. Now, take the Reckoner Corpse, and we sacrifice... Reckoner Corpse. Oh, and we sacrifice it to the gods of war. Celebrate my victory. The hours of struggle and conquest acknowledge victories. I offer this as a trophy. That brings us up to 4. We've got one of the 4 remaining things we need to do to be able. So now this is the last time I'm going to be doing reconnoiter because again, annoyed. We continue our streak of just burning everything in our wake. Okay, that's it. Istanbul has pissed me off. Radicals it is. Purchase the year. Let's go. Oh wait, I sold the warehouse. Silly me. Oh well. Comes and goes. Anyways, we'll solve the radicals. I can use something else. In that case, we might as well just use Istanbul again. Silly me. Why did I sell the warehouse? Now I can't burn down Istanbul. I'm very upset with myself. Radicals. Alright, so. What else do we need to do? Either Basil, Muriel. Nope, you don't have any left, unfortunately, but Jennings does. Let's get that knocked out. Okay. There we go. Celebrate my victory. It's done in the hour which many battles, the many winged ones, the Furies, descend to judge my prize, and when they depart, leave only scraps of bone and hunks of hair. Apparently, they were hungry. 4. Exercise of Defiance. Now, we still have to do 3 more, all of which are kind of questionable, but Defiance is in place. Excellent. Now, what do we do with our time? Discreet office. It's not enough to burn down everything, unfortunately. It is enough to use the radicals to get rid of a trace. If I want an obscurity shield, if I want to spend the cash, I've already spent the year. It's a thing to consider. We also have to consider leaving now, because too many traces. Yeah, we'll have the foe on our ass if we're not careful about this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do one last run when it comes to Istanbul. And then we're going to start leaving for Alexandria. There you go. On the off chance, we have 2 cash on the off chance the sword gets stunned. And if necessary, let's see. Unpause. Discreet office. You know, do we spend the 1 cash and get the rid of a trace for an obscurity? Might as well spend it since we already spent the year. It's not really worth a lot, mind you, but it will work to get us at least a little time. Radicals, take a trace, put it here. Get rid of these 2 since we're not going to be burning the place down, unfortunately. Sorry. All we did was run a jihadist cult and leave. Not an exciting trip, really. Not for us, anyways. God, look at all this stuff. Official connection. Import license. Wow. I can't take an import license with me, unfortunately, or I would. Alright, keep going. Alright. Jennings is at 9, which is great. Alright, what else? Where's the magic sword? Alright, so, official connection. You're just going to irritate me. Remember next time, keep warehouses to burn down cities. And we've got cover my tracks, obscurity we may be able to take with us, depending on how quickly they arrive. I think we'll be able to take it with us. Get what we can out of it anyways. And too late, we packed everything. And I think we're going to get out of here possibly before you even get an opportunity. Yeah. No sword. Plenty of connections, but plenty is the no sword. Yep, we got it just in time. So yay! We have reached Alexandria. Okay, plus the Invisible Septum. The Invisible Septum is invisible even from the inside. I've considered to have entered it a moment I stepped off the boat. It'll be a while before, I'm sure. Alright, so, first things first, let's get our cash back from our preparations. And we might as well enjoy the Invisible Septum. Now, the resource we're pulling in, remember, we'll need lantern. Well, we know who exactly to do here. The book is going to be interesting. One of the reasons I'm going to do this is there's a unique description if you put the book in to talk to her. The individual we'll meet on the other end. But, first things first, let's get into the area. Then, at the same time, alright, get our cash back, and we begin our thoughts about what we're going to be doing here. 6 cash is in Alexandria. Get our exit ticket first before anything else. Pause, thank you. Alright then, begin a caper, and we are there. Okay, so, now this is unique in the fact that every challenge will have a lantern aspect, so if you have 12 lantern, you can automatically get into the Invisible Septum, which makes sense as lantern is the energy that reveals as opposed to conceals. That would be what moth energy is for. The gray, as it were. Alright, so, our exit strategy is Baghdad. I believe Baghdad is troubled, and it is destination. Excellent. So, it's not a bad place to be. Now, in Alexandria, like I stated before... take that off. Alright, so we're going to have both a shrine and a magic sword. Those are the 2 we're looking for our reconnoiter options. It is not considered to be troubled. Yeah, the event, by the way, I'm thinking about Alexandria. It's one of those places that was very cosmopolitan in between the World War I and World War II, and frankly would have been really better off if the war hadn't happened. But it became since it's got controlling it controls the Suez Canal, it became a major point of contention between the Germans and the British, and later the Americans and French. Okay, so at the moment, however, we might as well just dive into Alexandria while we're getting that. And see what we can see. In the meantime, since I've only got about 2 cash worth, I should probably throw at least 1 cash into Baghdad ahead of me. There you go. Alright, put the book in here. Illumination, that will... 16 is definitely more than enough. Alright. So, secluded villa. Not what I want. Although my comfort is getting up there. Okay. Complications. And boom. Yep, illumination. We need 8 there. Next one will be 12. Lantern will be fine. Baghdad. And the sea again. Oh, God. You're mocking me. Okay, it's probably all I'm going to send in cash right now, just in case. And a trace, of course. Visit a mosque, very well, or maybe it's a church. It's, like I said, very cosmopolitan. But here we go again. I can actually use the invisible septum to get rid of traces. I forgot about that. Illumination, yeah. 12. We have 16 lantern and 12 lantern requirements, so we're fine. I suppose I could use one of these two if I wanted to increase their numbers again. So 10, or got more than enough grail, so go ahead and get yourself an experience point there. Count. 1 scar, 1 scar. Wrong count. Anyways. Underworld connection, not necessary, but okay. Trace. Should have tossed Basil and got an experience point import license, which is actually, if I had a warehouse again, would be useful. Alexandria to go. Again, not the most exciting part, but a lot of this is just preparation. We need that shrine, though. If we want it. Okay, so safely away with my haul. Okay, so now we've got that back. We're at the Septum. I've entered one of the outer elements of the invisible Septum, a sunny pillared porch of paradoxical size where a certain Dr. Blackwood will offer me a seat and a glass of hibiscus tea. Now, what we can do with this, if we're here, is we can actually... You know that I've never approved of your career choices, she tells me. You don't have much time for your choice of resignation method. But I'm pleased to see your parting ways with that scoundrel. I'm going to assume it was a moral decision in the end, and of course you'll have a little assistance I'm permitted to offer. Now, assistance with the book. The Book of Suns? I wish I could bring in our acquisitions department, but the Septarium enjoys a protection of the Forge of Days, and that means we can't have that here. Why? Do you know what a pentimento is? It's an artist's regret. When something different has been intended and a trace remains, more traces remain than one might think. Now, she's explaining what a pentiment, the artifacts of chaos we use, are when it comes to that, but she can't accept it. Because in the card will produce nothing over the results. I just thought that was an interesting thing you wanted to check in on that. But the reason why, of course, is the Forge and Sun are opposed is the Forge killed the Sun. So, yeah, it's not working. But I could... he'll find you then, I'm afraid, but I see we should make it easy for him. Okay, so we can either purge all the traces, or what we can do is take our temptation to escape. Why don't you come to mention it? We do know a thing about avoiding unwanted attention. This will increase obscurity by 3. I can get free obscurity. Now, 4 obscurity will do me pretty well. So we're probably going to go with that option with the good doctor. At the same time, we are going to be keeping an eye on our exit route. Alright, another trace. Anvil the bull, but that is what I want. Now, 24 seconds before I can use the anvil, but it'll be fine. Then we'll get another defiance point when we burn our card we just used there. So, yeah, back to the streets. Alexandria again. Okay. Now, okay, and boom, for obscurity. Why that will give us the opportunity to use the anvil and give up our escape. Purpose, temptation, escape. Interesting. Here's the card. Why don't you want to use it? Oh, do we have another problem here? This is actually interesting. Alright, first of all, let's get this out of the way. I still have to get 7 in order to do this. And trying to get Defiance. Alright, Defiant Gift and Defiant Summonings and Celebrate My Victory. Those 3 are easy as heck. The Formate Chaos of the Wolf Divided would only be possible if I could do it again and one other location. There's only one location possible. Now, I can always drop a Stalingrad. I don't think I've been to Stalingrad, but Tiflis has already done it. I can always drop a Wolf Divided card if I just want to do so, because it is kind of hard to deal with that, but assisting if I consecrate to an hour anyways. So yeah, I'd have to do it again actually to get 2 more, because plus 3 obviously is only going to bring me up to, wait, that would do it. No, I can't do it. I've already got this one. I can bring up 2 by doing the whole thing about contacting my father, telling him here it gives me 1 defiance, then giving a magic weapon 6. The problem is I need 7 in order to get that, to achieve an edge victory, which means I would have to do another one of the Wolf Divided Shadow. Interesting. Now the question being is that if I consecrate, and that brings me up to 1, that would to the Alliance Smith again, that would bring me up to 5. So, and that would make it incredibly easy to do so, because I only have to send him a telegram and take him to a location, and we can duke it out. I need a magic sword by that point too. All of this is getting so complex. So now I've got to reconsider what I'm going to be doing, and probably getting to the end of the episode here. So let me double check this. How much time have I been here? Ugh, God, it burped. My apologies, everyone. So yeah, so the question is how we're going to do this. Now, the only real, I was thinking that I could use the Brazen Vow, or what happens is I basically gave up the Temptation Escape to get 1 point on the Defiance, but I have now discovered you require 2 consecration to do that. And given the ending for the Edge Victory, if I dedicate myself to the Lionsmith again, I'll probably just get the let's see, communicate, defiance, wounds, acquisition, striking, associates, remediation, reckoning. Alright, so upgrading, uses, 7 as edge victory. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to go over this for too long, so you don't have to do so, but yeah, the thing is, I've relinquished the corpse. I have forfeiting. That's the thing. It's annoying. If they allowed us to give up the Temptation Escape without being dedicated, we could get the Wolves Divided a lot easier. But the problem being is that the type of victory that we're going to get with that is probably going to be the Lionsmith victory. Well, I have no problem with showing you the Lionsmith victory, and like I said, it would be easy as pie since I've already gotten the +2 for that. But let's see, standard victories and exile endings. Only the beast. Activate the send verb with the focus true, and no, only the best. Sorry. Yeah, eternal enmity. Damage, but don't commit to that. Missing defiance, use the Wolf's Divided Shadow. Radical connection is only possible in Steve's. Yeah, I'd have to make sure to get to Stalingrad, which I'm not sure I've been to yet, and get the Wolf's Shadow and do that to get the Wolf's Ending. So I'm tempted, by the way, to just drop the Wolf's Shadow using the board, because honestly, this thing's been buggy as hell. And then show you guys the Wolf's Divided ending, because it's nearly impossible to do by the game. Like I said, if I was capable of doing the Temptation Escape elimination through the Shrine of the Anvil of the Bull, I could create the extra Defiance mark, again, then get the 2 marks for the other means, and then boom, we'll have the ending we want. But that's almost impossible by the legal uses of the game. And like I said, there's a weird thing about the Exile in which he's got a whole bunch of code that can't be used. Like there's a cult of the Flower Maker that you can't get because you can't get the Flower Maker's shadow, and a Holy Man in the same place. You can't, and it's almost impossible with other type of cults. I mean, there's so much potential that apparently he didn't code properly for. So I'm going to leave it to the comment section if you guys want to chime in. Do you want me to drop the Wolf's Shadow and start another when we get to Baghdad, so that we can create another situation with radicals to create another 2 points of defiance? That will give us 6 defiance. And then when we summon the foe for our final battle, it'll give us a 7th one. That's going to make it so easy. Or I can do this legally by the rules, go with the Anvil of Wool, dedicate myself to the Lionsmith again, and then use the next time we go, we can use the vow. That'll bring us up to dedication, bring us to 5. We can use the vow and then summon him. Boom, we got that. Now we still have to, of course, get enough magical weapons and such to be able to defeat the foe, which is going to be kind of rough. And I usually prefer having more companions when I do so, because I can use them as living shields and the occasional wound on the foe. So it would not be doing it right away anyways. Just one of the reasons why I'm leaving it to this particular to make it to your decisions. So let me know. Do we go for the Lionsmith ending? Do we cheat a little and go for the Wolf's Divided ending? Do we instead go for a comfort ending? Because remember, we're at 7 comfort right now, and I could probably push us to one or the other. We've got 4 obscurity, which means only 3 more obscurity is required to get the done, and we need a total of 5 more comfort. Now, doing the comfort is going to be, let's see, Alexandria. Yeah, doing the. Don't think we get another mutilated to mix it, but we can, of course, in Baghdad get. Dangerous. Oof. The comfort ending could be a bit rough, actually. There isn't a lot of comfort in the colonies, unfortunately. We can get the property, if we get another 8, there's a 15, but require 20. Again, I'm doing a lot of math here. Probably most of you have checked out at this point. But, if you're still with me, like I said, drop below if you see which ending you want me to go for. If you want me to go for a standard kill the foe, if you want to go for Ascension with the foe, Lionsmith. If you want to go for Ascension with the foe, Wolf Divided, cheating a little. And if you want me to go with one, the comfort ending for either killing the foe or running away. So let me know what you want to do. I can go a lot of directions, and because I have access to the developers thing, we can actually get there a little faster. So yeah, keep that in mind. Anyways, this is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. Hope you enjoyed this little somewhat chaotic jaunt. I apologize for the jerkiness in the beginning due to trying to get this to be a live episode, since I of course can't roll back the clock to start over again, been included in the beginning. So, of course, if you like this, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, down below are links to the Gumroad payment platform, where you can, of course, become a supporter, gain access to additional material, unlock additional material for the episode, and get additional votes for the next series, because that vote will be coming out relatively soon. And yes, I'll be willing to vote for a potential 1,300. Wow, guys, 1,300, I'm impressed. 1,300 votes, plus the ones for the additional supporters, to be able to determine which of the 5 series. Of course, if I remember, put a link up to the right there to the list of series that are potential candidates for the next one after Control will be done in about a week or 2. So, without further ado, I bid you farewell. Hope you have a good day, night, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.